Good morning, chat. How are you all doing today? My name is Penbu, and I am the programming, puzzle gaming, and music making VTuber on Linux. And today we are doing something technical. It's not quite programming. It's kind of puzzle gaming. But we're going to be doing some hacking. 509, welcome in. No worries if you have to leave early. But I hope you enjoy what we have here for today. I'm also trying something new here, simul streaming to Twitch, because tomorrow there is going to be a Tetris event where literally everyone else is on Twitch. So I figured I should probably have some sort of presence there. Alex, welcome in. A long time no see. But yeah, if you're on Twitch, I also have the Twitch stream up, and hopefully it's all good there too. But for tomorrow's event, I will also be streaming on YouTube, so that's not going to be a problem. So today, we are going to be playing the WARGAMES from OverTheWire. I learned while I was making the thumbnail for the stream that this is actually text, which is interesting. Great. It means that it's not an image; it's just rendered as is. But it does complicate things a little bit when I was trying to capture it for the thumbnail. Multi-track drifting, yes. So anyway, WARGAMES, if you are not familiar with them, Wikipedia has this article, Wargame Hacking. In hacking, a wargame is a cybersecurity challenge and mind sport in which the competitors must exploit or defend a vulnerability in a system or application and or gain or prevent access to a computer system. A wargame usually involves capture the flag logic based on pen testing, semantic URL attacks, knowledge-based authentication, password cracking, and reverse engineering of software, code injection, SQL injections, cross-site scripting, exploits, IP address spoofing, forensics, and other hacking techniques. I don't think we're going to get to all of those today. So they've got a bunch of games here. We're going to start with Bandit. That's what they recommend we start with. Bandit and Natas were fun from what I remember how many years ago. Yeah, I think I did actually go through Bandit some time ago, and also went through Natas as well. I don't remember if I went through any of the rest. There's a good chance we're going to breeze through Bandit, but we'll start there. The Bandit is a wargame aimed at absolute beginners. It will teach the basics needed to be able to play other wargames. If you notice something essential is missing or have ideas for new levels, please let us know. Yeah, Vortex sounds familiar too. I wonder if I did play that. And sorry for blocking the text there. It's kind of difficult to have both YouTube and Twitch open. Twitch doesn't allow you to merge chats, so I'm stuck with having to put them both on screen. Which is probably a good reason why I won't be simul streaming very often, but for special events like tomorrow, I think it's a good idea. Note for beginners, it's organized in levels. We start at level 0, and some help here. We can try the main pages, try help if it's shell built in, and if we need to Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever it is that we use for searching, we can do that too. They do have IRC. We are not going to be going into their IRC channel. Alright, so to begin, level 0. We had actually tried to do this during the thumbnail stream and I actually failed. So, level goal. The goal of this level is for you to log into the game using SSH. The host to which you need to connect is banditlabs.overthewire.org on port 2220. The username is Bandit0 and the password is Bandit0. Once logged in, go to level 1 page and find out how to beat level 1. Commands we need here, SSH, and then reading material here. I already know how to SSH. We don't need to look at that material. So, the basic command, we have SSH. It takes in the host that you want to connect to, but also the username. So Bandit0 @ the @ sign here, the part before it is the username. And then we can give it a P, 2220 for the port, and that should get us in. I change it. Oh, don't do that. Change the profile to streaming. I find it useful to change the background when I'm in an SSH session so that I know I'm remoted somewhere. But for this stream, I don't think we need to do that. And set the password as Bandit0, so we will put in Bandit0, and we're in. And so here we have an overview of the game. We're looking for the usernames are all the same as the game and then the level number. Most levels are stored in /somegame. In this case, /bandit. Passwords for each level would be in this here. This is all outdated. I think they have VMs now that they spin up. So we can actually do stuff in home directories now. And what I find to be useful is to stay logged in the level 0 and open a tmux session. So that we automatically have access to the rest of the levels. So from going from 0 to 1, the password for the next level is stored in a file called readme in the home directory. Use the password to log into Bandit 1 using SSH. And then when we find that, use SSH to log into that and continue. And then the thing that everyone knows is that when, let's switch this profile to, when you have this kind of game, it's always best to save these passwords. Because you never know when you have to go back to it later. Here, games, I'm going to call that OTW bandit.txt. And vim that bandit.txt. So bandit0, bandit0. Alright, so now we can find the readme. There's a file here called readme in the home directory. We can view it with less. We can view it with cat. I find it's probably best to call it, or use less when possible. Because then you can actually page if the text is a lot longer than you expect it to. So we'll save this password, bandit1. Now we can SSH into bandit1 at localhost. Port 2220. Yes. Or don't do that, I guess. Does still work? Well, let's have a look. No. Okay, I guess we don't have to do that. I remember when I did this through tmux. But interesting, okay. Let's not use tmux then. And then let's just go here. The reason why I did it through tmux was so that I would have... I could keep all the files that I needed, because sometimes you do need files. Actually, maybe it makes sense then. Hold on, let's do that again. Because this is actually going to get annoying if we keep changing this this theme here. Streaming. If you're curious, by the way, I'll switch SSH. So I'm using console as my terminal, and so I have this shell wrapper or shell function that says if I think T1 says that if we're in an interactive session or then outputs this console profile command that changes the theme for the terminal. And then this means that if we're putting this into a pipe, then we don't output this, which is which you don't want, because otherwise it messes with your pipe commands. All right, so let's try that again, tmux, and then I guess we'll just have to SSH the usual way. Bandit1 at this one. Oh, Sue does work? Permission denied publicly. Alright, I got something in Twitch chat. What is this? Hello, sorry for bothering you. Want to offer promotion of your channel viewers? Nope. Sorry. I wish I had a mod here. I don't know how to... I'll leave that for later. Okay. So we can't SSH into here. Right, so how about Sue Bandit 1 with this password? Okay, do we really just have to... Why isn't this one working? We're already stuck on the first level. Oh. Trying to log into SSH with the password port from localhost. Connect from localhost is blocked to conserve resources. Ah, so they changed it. Okay. So they changed it. That's fine. So I guess we're just gonna have to put up with this. And in which case, we're gonna redefine this SSH function to be command vSSH, so that we don't have to put up with the terminal changing. So when we do SSH bandit 1, oh come on. Help function. Can I delete functions? Does anyone know how to delete functions from a shell? Is it unsets SSH? Unset-f SSH? Okay, I'll try that. There we go. Alright. Okay. So now we're in Bandit 1, and we can actually proceed now. Level 2. Simius badge can also do /SSH. Oh yes, sorry, /SSH. I thought that only worked for aliases and not for functions. But maybe something to try next time. The password for the next level is stored in a file called dash located in the home directory. If we do an ls, we can see that there is a file called dash here. If you try to do cat dash, as many people would, or less dash, it'll try to read from standard input, like that. And now I have... Okay, no, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, let's connect out of that. And so we want... The way to access this file then is /, so that we can say that's... We can give it a prefix so that it isn't a flag. So that's one way to do it. The other way we can do it is that a lot of commands have support for double dash, which says... Actually, that's probably not going to work. Double dash will say that this is the end of the flags and start processing arguments. But dash is actually one of the arguments that it supports, so we can't do that. So / is the correct form here. So this is the password. And pass this in here. Bandit 2 is this. Now we can get out and go to Bandit 2. Put in the password there. Alright, what next? Password for the next level is stored in a file called spaces in this file name, located in the home directory. Alright, so in the home directory, we can take a look. The spaces in this file name. It's actually very easy to do this one. If you attempt to type this out, spaces in this file name, that's not going to work because these are all separate arguments. And so cat or less or whatever it is you end up using will treat these as separate files. But there is no file called space. There's no file called in or this or file name. So one way to do it is to use quotes like this. Oh, really? Did I spell this wrong? I wonder if I spelled that wrong. Plural. Oh, space is in this file name, yes. Or, the even easier way to do it is to tab complete. And I'm of the opinion that if you're in an interactive shell, you should always tab complete wherever possible to avoid issues like this where you accidentally mistype something. We'll take that. That's the password. Bandit 3. Oh, don't want those. And then we can continue. The password for the next level is stored in the hidden file in the in here directory. So, do an ls, we have an in here directory. Do an ls of in here, we aren't going to see anything because by default hidden files are not listed by ls. You can also do cats quotes tab if you want to avoid the backslashes. Yes, that is a thing that you can do as well. Although, I find it of limited use unless you're trying to copy and paste things later on. Or changing the file name manually because you're going to add or insert certain text. Or remove certain text for that matter. Sometimes it is useful. So in here, if we look at the man page for ls, we'll look for hidden. I guess it doesn't show that. But there is an entry here for all. Do not ignore entries starting with dots. And almost all do not list implied dot and dot dot. So in the Unix system, it is a convention to say, or it's a convention where file names that start with dot are considered hidden. And that was because we do an LSA on in here. All right, we see these entries dot and dot dot. Dot means the current directory and dot dot means the parent directory. And so as a time-saving measure or hack or whatever you want to call it, they simplified the logic. So for like ls in here, does not show them by default, right? So to simplify the logic, they just said if it starts with a dot, then don't show it. But then that means that anything that starts with a dot, even if it isn't dot or dot dot, is now hidden from the output. And that got used, abused, whatever you want to call it, and now we have this. That's the feature now. So in here, and dot hidden, and that's the password. Bandit 4. I should probably be saving these once in a while. The password for the next level is stored in the only human readable file in the in here directory. Tip: if your terminal is messed up, try the reset command. Right. Node 4. Put the password in. We have the in here directory. Aren't they all human readable? Oh. Okay. So what is it asking us to do here? lscat file, do you find? I think I'm going to loop over this and do a file. It's a very easy way to check, because if there's any sort of if there's no human readable text in there, then it's going to show up as data or some other file type. If it's all human readable text and it's not some other format, it's going to show up as ASCII text. So what we are looking at, and just to show you what's in the other files, in here, file 00, for example, and that's another reason why you want to use less instead of cat, is because if you end up accidentally doing or looking at a binary file, using less is going to be a lot safer. 07 is where our password's going to be. That said, I think for simplicity, I will actually just end up using cat for most of these. All right. Number 5. The password for the next level is stored in a file somewhere under the in here directory and has all the following properties: human readable, 1033 bytes in size, and not executable. So we can do what we did before. We can do file in here star to find out which one is the human readable. There's a bunch of directories. Okay. In that case, I think an easy way to do this is to use the... We have a hint here, the find command. So we can find, and this goes through all the files and executes, say, a command, for example. And we can do exec file, and then the 2 braces here is a placeholder for where the file name is, and then we have to end it with a semicolon, literal semicolon. Okay, those are all text. So those are our human readable ones. And then we have this many bytes in size, and we have non-executable. Yeah, human readable last seems like a best option. But we can still use find. What was it? Man find. There's something here for permissions. It's gotta be. Perm mode, all of the permission bits mode are set for the file. You must specify U, G, or O if you use symbolic modes. Any of the permission bits. I always wondered why find needs that semicolon. Yeah, I think it's because if you don't have it, because you can chain multiple execs, I think. So if you don't have it, then it doesn't know where the end of the exec is. But I could be wrong about that. So we're probably looking at perm. I guess if we're only looking at one, then it doesn't really matter which one. Our exactly mode, octal or symbolic. Maybe this one. So when we're looking for mode, say U, UX, U equals X. Is that how to do that? Hold on. This is where TMX is useful. Oh wait, we don't need TMX, we have this. I'm a little bit crippled when it comes to TMX on other systems because I have my my TMX customized to use some other keybinds here, stolen from someone here. So I don't know what the raw TMX keybinds are. Yeah, UGO. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. UGO equals X. I'll get groups and others too. So that's the perm. We also need size is this many bytes. So man find size. Okay, so we have an actual size parameter. This many bytes. That's not looking right. File, oh C, we want C. Because by default it's byte blocks. Okay. But that's not good. Do we have anything that's there? So is it literally just this one? Turns out to be the case, I think. Just confirm it. ASCII with very long lines. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm okay with that. As long as that is the actual password. It looks like it is. Okay, we're good. Level 7. Password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt next to the word millionth. Okay, so we have data.txt and we have millionth as a word. Oh wait, we're on 6. No, 6 to 7. The password for the next level is stored somewhere on the server and has all the following properties. Owned by that, owned by this, and 33 bytes in size. So I guess we're stuck with find this. We'll look at this again. We have a user. Yes, we do. Owned by Bandit 7. And group. It's got to be a group one here too. There it is. Group Bandit 6. And then let's filter out all the errors. We have this one. And so we can cat that out. We have the password here. And it's 7. Maybe the perfect thing was saying that it had to be all of UGOX rather than or, which is correct, I think, because we used the dash instead of the slash. So maybe it would have worked if we used slash. Okay. So that is the password for 7. The password for the next level is stored in the data.txt next to word millionth. We have this file data.txt. Look inside of it, data text. I mean, the easy thing is we can just search for it. Unless you can use the slash key to search for it. So millionth, like that, and so we have this. If we wanted to do it more programmatically, we can use grep or millionth on data.txt. Then we have that. Other way works. And at 8. Alright. Password to the next level is stored in the data.txt file and is the only line of text that only occurs once. This one's a bit of a fun one. I do not need base64, in fact. Am I crazy, or are these commands you may need full of red herrings? They absolutely are. So, like grep maybe, or probably not even. Sort and unique, I think, the only two that we need here. Base64 is useless. Tar, gzip, gzip2, they're all useless. XXD, not. TR, probably not. What do we have here? So we have data.txt. It all looks like this. And presumably everything but one here has duplicate. And so the easy way to do this is to sort data.txt so that we sort all the lines, and then actually we can just do sort u. No, that's not quite right. Sort unique is what does actually do? Check for strict order. Without C output only the first of an equal run. Whereas unique, filter adjacent matching lines from inputs writing to outputs. But we only want the ones that are unique. So we have repeated, print only duplicate lines, print all duplicate lines. We don't want those. Print only the unique lines. Yeah, there we go. So we want sorts because unique only works on sorted lines, and then unique U to filter out everything that is duplicated. And so we're left with 1. And at 9. I realized, by the way, switching from light to dark and back to light again is probably not good for your eyes. So apologies in advance for that. Password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt in one of the few human-readable strings preceded by several equals characters. Dark Reader is a nice browser extension. So I actually do prefer light mode for most things. In the terminal, I prefer dark. Editor, depending on what I'm writing. If it's a document, I'd prefer light. If it's code, I prefer dark. HTML, because it's more document than code, or like programming code, I prefer light. LaTeX, I will do light. But yeah, for most things, I actually do have it on light modes. So, I mean, we could actually, if I really wanted to. I think I do have a light profile here. But maybe we save that for later. Unless you want to take the time and look at all the themes. Man, unique, and sort. What am I doing? 9. Right, several equal signs characters. Right, that isn't it's not a standard command. Ooh, that's not what you want. Okay. So I see it, there's a bunch of equal signs there. Quit, please. Something that's useful here is strings, which will take all sequences of, I think by default it's 4 or more printable characters, and then output them on separate lines. And then we have this. And then we can grep for everything that starts with a bunch of equal signs. Probably 2. 2 is probably enough. Password is this here. Very good. Actually, you know what? I think I might take a little bit of time to what do we have here? Do I have a style extension here? Yes, I do. Write style 4. We're gonna take a little bit of a detour. Let's write a small style for this, so that we don't have to keep going from light to dark and back to light again. So body, background color, and then color is white, and this is probably going to be good enough. Yes, okay. I'm going to hope that's good enough. Was that background? Background color. Background color. Let's have you see this. So, live hacking in yet another way. Okay, that should be enough. So if we refresh this, very good. There's always the old meme that you can do stuff in the browser console and change the HTML, and now suddenly you're a hacker. No, that is not what we want to do. Although I did actually start off. Oh, that's not right then. Please. Okay. Did we get the wrong passwords? Oh, because I removed the S. Right. Okay. I guess it didn't work. What do we have here? This is... I need this to not be the exact thing here. I just need this to be... that. Does that know how that works? Dot star? Well, I guess it was worth a shot. Oh, I see. Okay, so we'll just change this then. I want girl starting with, and it's like that. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, below just the name. It's I used to use an extension called, I don't actually remember what it was. It was back on the old Firefox before they changed to Australis, I think it was. Yeah, not used to the new one. Okay, so Bandit 10. Password next level is stored in data text, which contains base64 encoded data. Commands you may need to solve this level. We're definitely going to need base64. So data.text is all base64. And we can do base64-D, D for decode, on data.text. And then this is our passwords. And it's 11. Stylish. That might have been it, yeah. And then I think Stylish got taken over by some company and added ads or something, and then people stopped using it. Password for the next level is stored in data.text. All lowercase and uppercase letters have been rotated by a 13 position. So this would be pretty trivial if we had the ROT13 program. But that doesn't come standard. Try again. I'm logging into the wrong level. Okay. So we have this data.text, which is all of that. Pretty gibberish. ROT13 is not on this server. We have this program called TR. I don't actually know what TR stands for. Translate. Vim can do G. Vim can do like this G. If you mean by this G, yes. It goes through all the files, or sorry, all the lines, and then matches certain criteria and does an action on them. If you mean something else, then you know, I think you'll have to explain. Help G. Oh, the yeah, they do have a ROT13 or like some sort of cycling thing. I do remember that. G question mark. Yes. Okay. So that is a thing we can do. G question mark to the end. So that is an option. The way to do that without opening the editor is to use TR. To do A to Z, and then translate that to, I think it's from N, M. The 10th letter of the alphabet is J, K, L. Well, I can't visualize this. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Alright, so this is 10, 11, 12, 13. This is our first half, so we want to translate A to N. That's what it is. So N to Z, and A to M. The exact syntax is tricky for both cases. And then we want to do the same thing for lowercase. So N to Z, and then A to M. I believe that's enough. And TR doesn't work with fonts for some reason. It only works with standard in. But yes, so what this is saying is that we are defining a set of characters. In this case, we have A to Z as a range, where we have capital A and then all the characters in between, up until capital Z. And then since lowercase letters are in a different range, we have to spell them out separately. And then corresponding, we have to have one character that, so this set and this set have to be the same size. And then the first one will match with the first one, the second one will translate to the second one, and so on and so forth. So we'll take this. And it's 12, and I realize I misspelled Bandit there. Are there better ways of doing this? Possibly. It's probably gonna. It's probably something else. But TR is probably the most standard one you get. Well. By the way, I did change out my my equalizer settings, so if I sound a little bit different, it's probably because of that. Turns out, when I was listening to some of my VODs, the automaton stream sounded much better than my usual ones. So I am right now using the automaton equalizer settings, which is advantageous because it means I can pull this out at any time. Although I think I do have to disable the noise canceller if I do that. But anyway, password for the next level is stored in data.txt, which is a hex dump of a file that has been repeatedly compressed. For this level, it may be useful to create a directory under /temp in which you can work using makedir. For example, that. We don't need to, the home directory has write permissions, unless they changed it. Then copy the data using CP, then rename it using MB, read the man pages. Okay. So we'll find out what kind of compression this has. Oh, right, because it's a hex dump, right? So that kind of hex dump, I think we can go through XXD and figure out how to decode this thing. So there are actually two hex dump programs. One is the hex dump program called hex dump, and then there's the XXD program that ships with Vim. Now XXD I don't think is standard, but it is pretty common enough because Vim tends to be shipped pretty commonly. I missed it. Where is it? Creates a hex dump. I think it's -R that we want. Okay. Let's see what kind of, okay, this is gzip compressed. zcat, zcat. zcat. zcat again. Oh man, this is another format. What is this? bzip2. bzip2. bzunzip. And bzip. Well, how do we get this? Oh, it is bunzip. Okay. Bunzip. unzip2. Okay. Who needs temporary files when we have this? Then we have gunzip. And I think this looks like a tar file. Tar X to extract the tar file. Okay, so I guess they did remove access to the home directory. They did, okay. Okay, so I guess we are going to cd command tar. Do we have a way to extract into a specific directory? I remember there being something. Change to dir before performing any operations. This option is order sensitive. Okay. So we use -c. Yeah, so /temp x make temp. No, we want to make temp e. Okay. And then we'll use this. And then I guess we can ls into here, or cd into here. And what does it say we should have here? Hex dump of a file that has been repeatedly compressed. There's got to be a way to put that into, oh, no, there is. Because we can say, I think we can say x and then data 5.bin, right? To dump it to... No, I guess not. Interesting. I am confident that there is a pipeline that we can use so that we don't have to create any temporary files. But file data.bin to figure out what this is another tar file. You gotta be kidding me. Refusing to read archive contents from terminal. What are you talking about? Oh, right, F, yes. What else do we have? Data 6. This one is bzip2. Alright, so bunzip2 data 6.bin. Can't guess original file name. File data 6.bin.out. This is another tar file. tar-o to write to std out. Well, we can try that now, because this is a tar file. Data 6 dot and then -o and f. Oh wait, no, this takes it. So okay. Data 6.bin.out. Okay. And then what is this? Bzip compressed. Gunzip file. Finally, we have ASCII text. It's the secure thing behind a ridiculous number of doors trope. Yes. Finally, we got something. You're just hoping that your attacker will give up by the time they've unwrapped all the layers, or before they've unwrapped all the layers. Okay. How many layers was that? So we have the raw data and then one layer to oh, actually, yeah, no, the hex dump, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, I guess they are numbered properly. So 6, 7, 8, 8-ish. 13. Although really, prime numbers are kind of like that too. It's just maybe in a slightly different way. The password for the next level is stored in here, and can only be read by user Bandit 14. For this level, you don't get the next password, but you get a private SSH key that can be used to log into the next level. Note localhost is a host name that refers to the machine you're working on. Hopefully this time they actually let us SSH from localhost. Okay. Can only be read by Bandit 14. So if we try to cat this out, we get permission denied because only Bandit 14 can get that. But we have the private key here. We use ssh-i ssh private to Bandit 14 at localhost. So try what we did before, SSHing through localhost into this user. I'm gonna assume yes. Right, because we need a port. Port 2220. Gonna assume yes again. And there we go. Bandit 14. So now we can cat this again. Because now it should be readable by us, as we are now Bandit 14. And there we go. Bandit 14. Just gonna check up on the stream, just make sure we're all good. Okay. So we've already gotten 14. Or no, we still have to go into 14. But we're already logged into 14, so I think we should be good to stay here. The password for the next level can be retrieved by submitting the passwords of the current level to port 30,000 on localhost. Commands you may need to solve this level. That stuff. By submitting the password of the current level to port 30,000 on local. So one way we can do this is through telnet. Gotta remember how this works here. Okay, so telnet localhost 30,000. Is that what it says? Yes. Submitting. Gotta spell it right. Oh, there we go. Another way you could do this actually is Bash has a special set of files and directories. So everything in Unix more or less is a file. And one way that Bash makes use of that is that it has this, I think it's dev/tcp/ localhost 30,000. We can do that, and then we can cat or echo password into here. I might be doing this wrong. But it does have some sort of system like that where you can just open up ports, or it connect to arbitrary hosts like that. Okay, so this is the password for Bandit 15. Not sure you can get replies with that. Yeah, that might be, you might be correct. I wonder if you could actually. Or if the flashbang there. I usually use netcats. Yeah, there's another tool that you can use. Bash TCP connections. Or you might have to do a two-way like that, actually. I wonder. Yeah, because you do have the... So exec here with the left and right angle brackets here sets up a two-way connection. So I think what you could do is you can write to this and then read from it right afterward. I've never tried this though, but I guess it's worth trying now. we can exec say 5, read write to dev TCP localhost 30,000, and then we can echo this to file descriptor 5, because we saved this to, or because we opened file descriptor 5 to this here. And then we can cat out file descriptor 5. Oh, actually, I wonder if we have to do it both ways. Interesting. There's got to be a way to do both read and write. But I don't think I want to figure that out now. I kind of do want to figure it out now. But I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you want to see it? Do you want to try to figure it out? Or should we move on? New line. No, so echo already... What command do we have already here? Oh, I closed it. No, so echo already provides a new line here at the end. But if we don't have, because we would have had to put in a new line here, right? So that it would send, but we can try that again. Do this. But we don't use echo, we use printf. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this can't be right. Do you want to... No, so bash has this thing called coprocesses that you might end up having to use. But then if you cat... So I think every time you... No, that might not be right either. No, but I think you do need a new line then. If it's printf and to this. Alright, so now we've sent a new line to... Wait. No, wait, I think we actually just sent it the wrong password. Hold up. Because that's the password for the next level. Okay, so let's try that again. We close the connection. I think it's exec. Like that? No. Yeah, whatever. Closing that, closing the bash session does close that anyway. We do bash, and then we try this exec again. And then we write to it using this one. And so we do need the new line because didn't output it last time when we tried to printf. And so now we can try to cat from it. There we go. User error. Okay, well, good to know that's a thing. Extra style points, yes. Password for the next level can be retrieved by submitting the password of the current level to port 3001 on localhost using SSL encryption. Helpful note, getting heart beating and read are blocked using use -ign eof and read the connected commands section of the man page. Next to R and Q, the B command also works in this version of the command. So I don't think we can do the same thing as the bash thing here, because bash does not work with SSL. So we are going to have to deal with this with SSL. Except I don't know how to use this. I'm gonna make Rob Pike sad. I know Rob Pike, I don't know what he's set. Oh, is it Plan 9 stuff? Plan 9 tier nonsense. I actually kind of like Plan 9, or at least some of the aspects of it. So the window manager that I use is WMII, and it has as one of its features a 9p file system. 9p is surprisingly used in a bunch of other places, like Microsoft uses it in Windows for WSL. But it means that all the configuration is exposed in through a 9p file system, and so then you can use any programming language or any other way you can do it, as long as you can write to files or write to a 9p file system. Then you can configure it. Known for Plan 9 and Golang, I see. Golang, I think we covered this in Discord. It's a language that I've had my eye on. I've just never bothered to learn it. Okay, so what do we need here? We have a command here, and it's asking us, getting heart beating and read our block, use IGN-EOF and read the connected command section. Connected commands. Do we not need to use OpenSSL? Do we need to use Telnet? I don't think we need to use NCAT. Do they have a different man page? Connected in all caps. No. Okay. It's really good for what it's designed for, which is primarily backend services running on Linux servers. Plan 9? Or no, Golang. Yeah. Okay, so what do we need here? I'm pretty sure we need OpenSSL. OpenSSL cookbook. Testing with OpenSSL. I am not reading this whole book. Okay, well, let's try to run the command and see what we get. It tells us we need a bunch of stuff here. So we have OpenSSL takes in a command and then a bunch of options. We need commands here. We need... I'm not sure which one we need here. Can I connect to anything? Okay. Google flew. OpenSSL, the word is escaping me. Examples. You want S client, the recommended commands section has a typo. Oh, we want this one. Okay. S client. I see. OpenSSL S client. I see. OpenSSL and then comma, or it should be dash S client. That makes sense. Well, I mean, is it? Okay, OpenSSL S client. I mean, none of these show up either. But I guess it would be OpenSSL and the S client like that. Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, okay, I see. That's exactly what you typed. We'll look at the man page here. So, SSL TLS client program. I wonder how I managed to go through this the first time if I'm having this much trouble on this one. It's a very useful diagnostic tool for SSL servers. And we want to connect. We have this here. Submitting the password to that. Okay, so let's start off with that and then see what we get. I'm gonna put that up there. So open SSL S client on connect localhost 30,001. Read R block. Use IGN EOF and read the connected command section in the main page. There is none. But we can try that. IGN EOF. I mean, I don't know if that was necessary, but sure. Now here's hoping no other SSL related stuff comes up again. Level 17. There are two files in the home directory, passwords.old and passwords.new. The password for the next level is in passwords.new and is the only line that has been changed between passwords.old and passwords.new. Note, if you solve this level and see bye-bye when trying to log into Bandit 8, this is related to the next level, Bandit 19. Okay, so log out of this one. Log out of that one again. And I just remembered we're still logged into 13. How do we get all the way here? 16? Did I skip a level? I did skip a level. Credentials for the next level can be retrieved by submitting the password of the current level to a port on localhost in the range 31,000 to 32,000. First, find out which of these ports have a server listening on them, then find out which of these speak SSL. There's only one server that will give the next credentials, the others will simply send back to you whatever you send. Okay, 16. Take this. And so we have is it nmap.i? It wasn't nmap, I was thinking it was lsub.-i, which apparently doesn't do that. There is, I mean, nmap does let us list or try to probe all the ports that we have. And it'll tell us potentially which service is on there. I don't want to be scanning this because there was. So LSO gives us all open files, and then it gives us ports. Selects listing of any files, any whose internet address matches the address specified there. If no address, then it's the local files. LS7 needs root access. That might be possible, which we do not have. So I guess we're stuck with nmap. Okay, so now we got to figure out which set of flags we need to get this up running. Choose random targets, excludes, list scan, ping scan, treat host as online. I need ports. Port specification. The -p is what we need here. And then we need some sort of scan technique here. SSL is over TCP, so we want TCP of some sort. Maybe we can start with SS. And then from there we can figure out if it speaks SSL or not. Or we can do SV. We'll try that. So SV and then the port range. Port from 31,000 to 32,000. No targets were specified, so zero host scan, localhost. And then now we wait. Unless I did this wrong. Nmap scan ports. D5 may, oh yeah, right. Number of threads. I'll leave that running for a little bit. Scan API addresses, run nmap on a subnet, scan targets from the text file, scan a single ports, scan ports fast, the most common ports, scan all ports, ST. We might need that actually. Because I did, well, SV I think would be nice to have, but we don't necessarily, I don't even necessarily need it. Oh, okay, speed profile in case of nmap, 5 is the highest. Do I not have nmap installed in this system? Okay, I guess I'm installing nmap on this system. Give me a bit. This here, if you notice my my host name here, this is my local computer. Obviously, I'm going to be doing this off stream, or off screen. What am I looking for? Nmap. But also my system is a little bit out of date, so so I wonder if the packages won't be around in the mirrors. And it looks like it isn't. So we're at a look there. Do I just wait for this? I'm gonna split this top bottom. Oh, looks like it finished. So SSL echo and SSL unknown. We don't want this one because that's just an echo server, which means we want this one. Wrong, please enter the correct current password. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Okay. And so now we find the command that we looked at before for the SSL stuff. So this, but change the port number to be this. And then take the password from this level. Pass it in here. Now we have a private key. Great. What else does it say here? So this is... There's only one server that give you the next credentials. Others will simply send back whatever you send it. What's this? Level 17. Now we have a private key. I don't think this is what we want. Unless it is. Does this give us anything different? No, it does give us a private key. What are we supposed to do with this private key? Because we don't have any, we don't have any other... Maybe once you convert it. I mean, we can try. I don't remember what they tend to use for extensions here. Make here make temp-d /temp .3d. I'm gonna cd into here. Okay. So now we have GPG imports. I don't think it's imports. Can't be imports. No, we can't even do that anyway. There's got to be something something else with this one. We can try the other server that was that had SSL. There's only one server that gives you the next credentials. The others will simply send back to you whatever you send it. So I expect, because it says SSL echo, but it is probably an echo server. But we can see what we get. Yeah, that is just an echo server. Is that the format of an SSH key or not? You might be right about that. We can try SSHing into localhost Bandit 17 at localhost. We're using this key as yes, unprotected private key file. Well, that's fine. And we just chmod what is it, 600 for this key. No, ports 2220. Okay, whatever. Yeah, all right. Sure. Thanks for the hints. I had that in the back of my mind. I just don't know why it didn't surface. But okay, so now we have two files in the home directory. Passwords old and passwords new. Password for the next level is in passwords new, and the only line that has been changed between passwords old and passwords new. So we have this. We can do a diff on this. Passwords.old and new. And this is the only line that's changed. That makes it easy. Ah, I see. I thought it'd be converted to SSH keygen, putting versus open SSH formats. Because I think you can actually use, what is it? You can use a GPG private key to log into SSH or log in through SSH or something like that. Vaguely recall anyway. Bandit 17. I don't do that myself though. Never found a need to. Okay, so now we can go to level 18. And then we skip bye-bye. Related to the next level. The password for the next level is stored in the file readme in the home directory. Unfortunately, someone has modified bash OC to log you out when you log in with SSH. Not a problem. SSH takes commands. So we can cat out the file readme. Just like that. Bandit 18. I can also do bash no RC. Wait, that's the wrong password. Oh, he's not quite right about that. Oh, double dash. Connection reset by peer. Maybe you do need, yeah, you're right. Maybe you do need to quote this. Interesting. I'm pretty sure cat was the intended way to do it though, so. I wonder if they restrict being able to execute other shells. To gain access to the next level, you should use the setuid binary in the home directory. Execute it without arguments to find out how to use it. The password for this level can be found in the usual place after you have used the setUID binary. Okay, the setUID basically allows an executable to act as another user without having to do special things like sudo. So let's go into here, 19. Actually, you know what? I might have... Wait. Did I skip a level again? Or did I forget to record it? Okay, I may have actually just been putting in the wrong path. Oh, this isn't right. This is 18. This is the password for 19. I skipped a level here. Right, Bandits 18 had an SSH key, that's why. Get rid of this. Okay. They're coming back here. Level 19. So we have the setUID binary in the home directory. Bandit 20. Bandit 20 do. And we need to execute it with the /. So unlike Windows, if you don't give it an absolute or relative path, it's not going to automatically search the current directory for things. That is more secure, because say you were trying to do ls, and then somebody in the current directory put in a malicious ls. If you were to do it the Windows way, you would be executing the one in the current directory. Now you could emulate this behavior by putting dot in the path, but you probably wouldn't want to do that for that reason. Okay, so we have Bandit 20 do ID. Okay, so as Bandit 20, we do this command. It's set bandit pass. Bandit, what are we looking for? 20. Alright. Because if we tried to cat it in by itself, then permission denied. Same thing goes for DLLs, right? I think so. I'm not... So, I mean, you can't execute DLLs directly, but I think if you put in a DLL when you're executing an executable, and you put it in the current directory, I think it might... Yeah, I think it might use that instead of wherever else you need. Because it's all based on a hierarchy, right? A priority list of paths, and if the current directory is part of that list, then it will pick up on the one in the current directory. SOs are kind of similar, actually, because I think if I put an SO in in the same directory as a binary, I think it might pick it up. I'm not entirely sure. Shared libraries are not one of my points of expertise. But anyway, we have the password now for 20. And I put that in. Okay, very good. Go to 20 now. I think it's controlled by an environment variable like SO library path or something. That does sound like something that I would do. LD library path, yeah, for the linker, yes. Because there is LD preloads that you can use to preload a library, so that's for example for injecting things if you wanted to. Okay, so we are in 20, and then what do we have here? 20 and 21, there's a setUID binary in the home directory that does the following. It makes a connection to localhost on the port you specify as a command line argument. Then it reads a line of text from the connection and compares it to the password in the previous level, Bandit 20. If the password is correct, then it will transmit the password to the next level. What does that mean? Try connecting to your own network daemon to see if it works as you think. So, reading this more carefully again. There is a set UID binary in the home directory that does the following. So it'll make a connection to localhost on the ports. It then reads a line of text from the connection and then compares it to the password in the previous level. If the password is correct, it will transmit the password for the next level. So we have to write, or rather we have to create a listener that outputs the password for level 20, and then it will transmit the password for the next level 21. Yeah, it wants to execute two things at once. Well, now the question is, what do we connect with? We want to do NC. NC seems like a fairly reasonable thing to use, I think. Okay, so we can probably use tmux for this. But we don't necessarily need to use tmux. It makes it a little bit easier, though. Okay, so at least I can switch between windows. So we have NC on some sort of ports. I guess it doesn't particularly matter. And I gotta remember how to use this. Arbitrary TCP and UDP listeners. So we have a proxy address, a destination, and a port. Did I solve this a different way last time? ANSI is now listening on port 1234 for a connection on a second console connected to the machine. Okay. So we can have it listen on ports that using -L. Two flavors of NC that have different options. Always know you need to check which the man page. Because there's NC and then there's also netcat, right? I thought they were all the same, but I mean, I guess not. Okay, so we want NC-L and then NC-N. Do I have NC here? Do I have netcat here? Okay, this machine is deficient. Well, that's fine. We just create another window. If only I remembered how to. I mean, I guess I could upload my my tmux config here. Kind of a pain though. There's GNU netcat, OpenBSD netcat, and then there's nmaps netcat. Oh, that's more than I thought. Okay. So NCL localhost, bunch of threes. Yeah, so that should be fine. And then we have in the set UID thing, suconnect. Five threes. Very good. So what we did here was we created a listener where we gave the password as inputs, and so it will send this password when something tries to connect to it. And then this suconnect set UID program we have. I guess set UID is root. Bandit 21. Wonder why it needs that. Oh, because it probably needs to read a file or something. But yeah, so if it gets the passwords that read this, and then it sends the password as a response. So we have that. Bandit 21. I used to use netcat for so SSH commands. You can use -L to do a port forward, so that you open a port on your local machine to forwards, and it'll map to a port on the remote machine. But you can also do -R to do the reverse, where you open a port on the remote machine so that it forwards to a port on your local machine. Now, a lot of SSH daemons have that disabled for good reason, but I remember being able to use netcat to get around that. I couldn't tell you how to do that though. I'd have to look at my script. Okay, so we can get rid of this. Yeah, it's all TCP at the end of the day. Although now with HTTP 3, that's all over quick, which is laid on top of UDP. So it makes me wonder what else is going to move over. Because we did used to have, so before TCP and UDP, there was another protocol, transport layer protocol, that ended up getting phased out in favor of, I think it was TCP. Level 21 to level 22. A program is running automatically at regular intervals from cron. Time-based scheduler, look in cron D for the configuration and see what command is being executed. Okay, so this should be pretty easy once we get out of here. 21. Take this password. And then cron D. We're probably looking for cron job Bandit 2022. I mean, I guess we can just look at this. All right. And so, what this we have a script here that is run every minute. I guess as Bandit 22. I didn't realize you could do that. Or it might be, this might be a program called Bandit 22. Oh, anyway. So it runs a script here, which creates, or which gives permissions, sets permissions for a certain temporary directory, and then it cats out the contents of the Bandit 22 password file and puts it into this, I guess it's not a directory, it's a file. So we can actually just look into this file, and we get a password out of it. Bandit 22. Now, how many more levels do we have? I know a lot of these, some of these are incomplete. So I wonder how many more we have left. A program is running automatically at regular intervals from cron, the time-based job scheduler, looking cron D for the configuration, same thing as before. Looking at shell scripts written by other people is a very useful skill. The script for this level is intentionally made easy to read if you are having problems understanding what it does. Try executing it to see the debug information. Okay, so we're going to log into 22. And then we can look in cat set cron.d, cron job Bandit 23, and then we can take a look into this again, but this time using less so we can page around if we need to. I guess it's pretty short. Okay. So breaking this down, we have my name, who am I? Who am I gets you the username of the current user. My target, echo, I'm a user, my name, puts through an MD5 hash, or calculates the MD5 hash of it, and then it takes the first, the first column. Because MD5 will take, or it will output the hash and then the file name, so we only want the hash. So that's my target. Copying password file, bandit pass, And then the hash we got, or bandit pass, bandit 22, 23, 23. To the hash that we got here. And then same thing as before, we copy over the 23 password to the hash there. So we can just execute this command here. Where we can replace my name with bandit23. And now we get a hash, and then we can find this at the temp. Not that. And there we go, we have the password. Bandit23. So looking at shell scripts written by other people is a very useful skill. I think I would agree with that. And also, it's often good to note that scripts written by other people are also often very bad. So good to keep that in mind. There's a lot of resources out there, and half the resources don't tend to promote good practices. If you're looking for stuff for bash scripting, I would recommend. I mean, I guess I can actually show it here. The Woolwich Wiki, Greg's Wiki. Bash is also very easy to write badly. Yes. To be fair, it is a scripting language, and I mean, a lot of it is. I'm not gonna say that you aren't meant to write scripts in it, because you are, but it tends to be pretty one-offy. You know what I mean? So there's a bit of a tendency to, as long as it works, then you don't have to make it maintainable. You just, as long get the stuff done. But then you come back to it months later, needing to change something, and then you wish you had written it better. This one? Oh, it's this one. But yeah, so there's Greg's Wiki, very good page for Bash, and then there's the Bash Hackers Wiki, which I guess is down now. They might have moved. Yeah, it's possible they might have moved. The one I find myself reaching for bash arrays is when I move to Python or something. I should probably do something like that, because I know bash very well, and I can do a lot of stuff in bash, and I probably use it a little bit more than I should for more complex things. TLDP is actually not that good. They have a lot of outdated stuff there. Bash Hackers rates them pretty lowly. I wonder if we have something in here. Resources. They had a resources page here. Yeah, if you're looking for bash resources, I would recommend looking at these here. That's the Bash Hackers Wiki lists, because these ones should be good. They used to have they used to have a page with these progress markers, like quality bars that show you how good one of the resources is. But where are they now? They're probably in here somewhere. Recommended shell resources. Yeah, but you can have a look at that on your own time. But we do need to go back to level 22, 23. Okay, so that's 23. A program is running automatically at regular intervals from cron, so another cron one. I guess we're gonna do that again. And now we actually have to write our own shell script. A very big step, and you should be proud of yourself when you beat this level. Sure, if this was my first time writing a shell script, I guess we would. Keep in mind that your shell script is removed once executed, so you may want to keep a copy around. Okay. Permission denied. Did I put in the wrong password? Okay, what do we have? So we have, again, cron.d, cron job bandit 24. And then we can cat this out again. So CDs into varspool bandit 24 and foo, executing and deleting all scripts. Oh, sounds malicious. Maybe not so malicious. So we're gonna want to keep a copy around. So let's do make temp D, so we can CD into here and do all our scripting here. Bash Hacker seems to recommend the advanced TLDP guide, though. Do caveat it's old, maybe their other guides aren't as good. I do remember reading that, so it's probably okay to an extent. And I think the tutorials, from what I remember, there was some criticism about the tutorials, either having some really outdated information or just bad advice. In general, in my opinion, I think the other resources that are listed there are probably good enough that you don't ever need to look at TLDP. But if you find TLDP useful, then as long as you know what's good and what's bad, then it's probably okay. The trick there is knowing what's good and what's bad, though. Okay, what do we have here? So all our scripts that are in here. So we have write access to that, presumably. And then we have handling I, stat format U as I. If owner is bandit 23, then we time out. Okay. So timeout will cap the runtime of the command. I don't remember what S and 9 and 60 is. Signal. So S9, the signal 9, 9 is sig kill, and that'll stop the process at all costs. There's no way to trap a sig kill, so the process will end at 60 seconds. Yeah, I've linked the village page on Unix permissions a lot, so I'm confident in their quality at least. Mostly just flick through TLDP for examples. There. And then it removes the script. So we do want to put in a script here. And what do we have? We have set bandit pass bandit 24 should be in here as well. So basically, we want to write a script to cat out this here. Well, not necessarily cat out, because we need to be able to find the file or look at it. Look at the contents rather. So what we can do is we can have it cat into this directory here, the one that we're in, and so we can, let's call it script. We're going to do this all in one go. Cats bandit 24. And this may or may not work actually because of the permissions. We're probably okay. I'm gonna say we're probably okay. Okay, so we have that. We try to execute it now. We'll give it execute permissions. Script. When we try to run the script, it's not going to work because we don't have access to bandit 24. And so what we can do is now we can have bandit 24 be the one executing this. We can go to var spool bandit 24. We may as well just use ln. Or whatever, we can cp this. Cp script into bandit 24. Into foo, yes. Now we wait. because this happens once every minute. Oh, it's already there. Okay, great. Where's Cap How? I wonder if we need to change that. Actually, no, it's not going to do anything. Well, it runs once and then it deletes the script. So that means our script is wrong. So why is their script wrong? Seems fine. I think it was empty from your test run as 23. Oh, yes, you're right. Okay, so then we just have to wait. So we have to wait until the top of the minute, because that's when cron jobs run. Because we had the cron. Where do we output this? Yeah, so every minute it runs a script. And so now we just have to wait. And hopefully we see this. We may actually have permission issues here. LHD dot. Yes, that's why. A plus RWX. Do this. Okay, so now we're gonna have to do that CP again. Because it couldn't write to here. So it ran the command, deleted the script, but it couldn't write to this directory, so we couldn't get the password out. Maybe remove it for good measure, since it'll be a concat, not a create now too. It won't be a concat actually, because we have the single redirect operator, not the double. Double would be the append in concat. Oh wait, you're right. Ooh, yeah. I'm just gonna remove that. Because you're right. The password file is there, and it has no world write permissions, which means if the command did actually run, then it wouldn't be able to write to it anyway. Let's do that again. And now we wait. Got about 15 seconds. And we should see it very soon. There we go. With content in it. And we have a password. I hope this is the correct password. Am I proud of the script we wrote? I guess. More so, writing the script wasn't the difficult part. I think it was getting it to run properly. I guess let's concat instead of creating more. Write an existing file versus create a new file. Alright, well if you have to go, then you have to go. Thanks for coming. Unless... Oh, yes, 539, yes, thanks for tuning in. Okay. I think we should be able to finish this before the end of the stream. Because what do we have here? I think level 30 isn't done yet. Oh, it is. Okay. 34 isn't done yet. 32 is done. Okay. We just got a bunch of Git levels. We should be able to do this within a reasonable amount of time. Is anybody on Twitch? Technically one viewer on Twitch. Demon is listening on port 30,000 or yeah, 30,002 will give you the password for Bandit 25 if given the password for Bandit 24 and a secret numeric 4-digit pin code. There is no way to retrieve the pin code except by going through all 10,000 combinations, called brute forcing. You do not need to create new connections each time. Okay. So what does this look like? I wonder if we can just... No, we should probably just connect to the 24 here. Okay, so we have a demon listening on 30,002. Given the password for that, probably just pipe sequence. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But it depends on what format it's looking for. So if it's going to be like this is a very ambiguous statement. I don't know what the format is. But let's connect here and see what we get. So telnet localhost 30,002. Find the pin code checker for user Bandit 25. Enter the passwords and the secret pin code on a single line separated by a space. Okay, that answers all we need. In that case, the escape character is that quits. Well, this is bash, so we can do this. Actually, no, that's going to blow up the number of arguments. We probably shouldn't do that. Seek W will do this though. 029999. Yeah. So we can just telnet this, or said you want to insert at the beginning the password for 24. With a space, and so we have all of that now. Now we can telnet into this 30,002 localhost. I'm moving netcap into this. Grep out the ones that say raw. And now we just have to wait. I wonder how long this is going to take, because we have all 10,000 combinations. NCAT dash capital N is the correct flags, right? Or NC. In the meantime, I think we can probably connect to Bandit 24 again. While we wait for that to go. Yeah, I'm not sure what capital N is either. I just saw that in the man page. Shut down the network socket after EOF on the input. Some servers require this to finish their work. This might take a while. Well, actually, maybe it's done now. We just haven't gotten the right one. Oh, there we go. We have a password now. That looks like the same one. I might have accidentally middle clicked. This can't still be running, is it? Yeah, that was definitely input on my side. Okay, so the NC localhost 3002. Now if we, so we can do this and go the other way, and maybe we'll get something faster. Can we do it this way? Does that work? -1. I guess we're going to have to. Was it TAC? Was TAC the one for reversing? I think it's TAC. Concatenate and print files in reverse. Okay, that's what we want. My only concern with this is that that could be a very large... Oh, okay, that's not too bad. So now we have that, and then we can NC into the other side. This way. So now we have two of them in parallel. Okay, so what's wrong with this? Interesting. So there must have been something wrong with my grep command. Or actually, it might have been that it was so far into the numbers that it was actually still going through all of them. That is possible. And so when we reversed it, then we ended up searching through a smaller list. Oh, is it first increment last? Okay. So then it would be seek 9 minus 1 and 0 to give us the reverse. Okay. So I don't need this one anymore. And then we have 25, 26. Login in Bandit 26 from Bandit 25 should be fairly easy. The shell for Bandit 26 has not been bashed. But something else, find out what it is, how it works, and how to break out of it. Okay, great. 26. 25. So we can see what the shells are for every user in set password D. Or oh wait, set passwords, and then we can grep for Bandit 26. It is user bin show text, and so now we can figure out what this is. Do a file first so that we don't end up messing up our terminal. This is a shell script, which means we can take a look at it. Then we execute more and text.text. Okay. So what happens if we not been bashed, something else, find out what it is, how it works, break out of it. So if we try to go into 26, actually we don't even have a password. We don't have a password. We might be able to get it from here. Apparently not. Okay, that's the same thing as what we had there. But we can try. If we're just gonna guess, Bandit 26. And just making sure that I didn't type that in wrong. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. We try the grep bandit 26 on the password file again. No, passwords aren't stored in there. They're stored in shadow. But this one is a lot more locked down. Did we skip one? That is a very good question. I don't think so. Because we had this, level 24 to 25 was the whole network nonsense. And then it says here logging into Bandit 26 from 25 should be fairly easy. The shell for Bandit 26 has not been bashed, but something else. Find out what it is, how it works, how to break out of it. Can we look into the home directory for Bandit 26? Why are we able to look into that? Of course you can't look into it. Oh, of course, okay. We're gonna SSH into it using this key. Bandit 26 at localhost E2220. Yes. And there we go. So we are in 26, except not because it shows us this. So all we have to do is presumably replace that. Because if we try to do something like cat sets, hold on, is it ls? It sets bandit past bandit 26. When we do SSH into that, I don't think that's going to work. What are you talking about? I just did that. Interesting. But it doesn't work if you have a command on it? Okay. So we have the show text program. User bin show text. It exports the term Linux and then execs more text.txt, and then we get that. So I hate to do this. There's got to be a better way to do this. But if we split the view so we get a much smaller screen, because we execute more. It'd be easy if we didn't exit 0. And I think you can... More has this thing that you can do where you can shell out and do stuff. Wait a minute, I used the wrong command here. Remove this. So I wonder how you're supposed to do this through a fixed size terminal where you can't change your size. I guess you'd have something like tmux where you can change it. So more has a way you can shell out like this. That is exactly what we're looking for. So we can cat password bandit. I think we're gonna have to type this out ourselves. Bandit pass bandit 26. And it didn't show us what it was. Okay. There is another way we can do this though. We do the same thing. Then we do V to give us vim. And now we can just read out our passwords. Pass, or Bandit pass, Bandit 26. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Bandit 26. Not that one. There's this one. Yeah, so more, less, Vim, those are all very dangerous commands to give sudo access to because you can absolutely shell out. Very common oversight. What you want is for them to use those programs locally on their user. So you give them the ability to cat out the file, but you don't give them the ability to page the file. Good job getting a shell. Well, if I'd known that's what we were doing, then I would have done that. Alright, do this again. Alright, so now we have Vim. I wonder how new this Vim version is, because Vim, the newer version has terminal. Which I guess we don't have here. Bash I. Wait, what? There's a way to get an interactive shell out of this one. Bash P, bash I. This can't be that. This can't be right. I wonder if there are offscript pages to disable those features. I know for Vim you can disable shelling out. There's a restricted form for that. I'm not sure about less or more. I know ED has that too. Okay, so we got a shell, right? User bin sh. sh-i. Well, we have a shell. How do we get to 27? Oh wait, no, we have a password for 26. No, let's get out of here. We need to go to 26. That's right. I don't think this will work. Okay, so I think we will have to go through 25 to get to 26. Because we didn't save the private key. Okay, so we have a private key to 26. So SSH using this one, and it's 25, localhost, and at 26 at localhost 2220. Alright, and this gets us this. That is fine. And then we now have a shell. We now have a shell, so we can execute the shell. I'm very confused. We have an editor. Then we have the... Wait, you can actually go... Huh. I thought more was only down. You can't go up. But apparently... Oh no, these are files. Never mind. Okay. So we have it. What version is this? 8.2. Terminal in here? No, it is. There is a terminal. Okay. Right. So now, okay. So now we have a shell. Now we need to grab the password for Bandit 27. Bandit 27 do. And same thing as before. Presumably we can go into here, Bandit pass, Bandit 27. Permission denied. And 27 do. Bandit 27 do. Oh, right, because I need to cat. It's a Bandit's path. Bandit 27. There we go. That's what we want. Oh, we're almost at the end. Bandit 27. I'm just keeping an eye out. I wonder how many. One viewer on Twitch. Okay. I'm keeping an eye on Twitch numbers because I want to raid into someone specific. There, Wiley can't Twitch. He is doing a subathon right now. Sorry, not a charity stream. And his timer has been going down to sub 1 minute for the past few days. Chat's been keeping alive. We're trying, and we're hoping that it'll be alive in time for the Tetris event tomorrow. He's the one who's hosting the event, and so I think he was hoping to get this the charity stream to go long enough that it would reach the event. So there is a git repository at here via the port 2220. Oh. Password for the user Bandit27 git is the same as the user. Clone the repo, find the password for the next level. Okay, so let's get out of this mess here. I'm going to 27. Take this. I'm gonna have to recopy that here. And then we can go make temp d cd temp / temp dot rf whatever. Do this, and then we have this git clone. We do that. Yes. Need this on a certain port. Yeah, it's every time that I do make temp D, I think that I should do combine it with CD, and then I just think about it a little bit too late. But yeah, command composition is very nice. All right, so now we have this. We go into repo. Could be in here somewhere. README. Password. You always CD. Yeah, I guess we can do that because it's not like these things are littering anywhere and hanging around or anything. So it's fine to leave temporary directories that we don't need anymore. Okay, so Bandit 28 is this. Save that for good measure. 28, log in. 29. Or 229. There's a git repository here. The password for the user is the same as that. Clone the repo, find the password. Can we just do this? Okay, cd make temp p. Actually remember it this time. Git is not a command. Git clone. Didn't we just do this? We have a tree here? We do not have a tree. Readme.md. Some notes for level 29 of Bandit credentials. Username Bandit 29, passwords. Bunch of X. I wonder if it's literally X's. I guess it's worth a shot. Can't be though. Oh, wait a minute. No. Just git log. Info leak. Add missing data. That is not very effective. It reminds me of this this one repo where they had a list of passwords. Password repo dolphin. No, I'll find it and then put it in Discord at some point when I do find it. But there was a pull request saying remove my password from the list because there was a list of common passwords. Okay, so level 29 is always that. Level 30, there's a Git repository. Git show at would have been my first instinct. Being one commit behind. At being head. I didn't actually know about that shortcut. It's useful to know. I know about the tilde and the hat. I tend to use the hat more than tilde. Although they do have different semantics. So the hat says which parent it is, defaulting to 1, whereas the tilde I think assumes the first parent and it just traverses that many commits behind. So we log into Bandit 29. You can keep stacking tildes to mean another commit back. So actually you can stack, but with tilde you can let's try to get this one. So git log. So you can do this, but that would actually be equivalent to doing a bunch of carrots. The nice thing about the tilde is you can do something like this, where you add a number afterward. And then that would be the number back. But I guess, yeah, if you're building incrementally, then it could be useful to stack. But yeah, traversing through the Git tree using a caret and tilde sounds like a good puzzle. So, segue. tPenguinLTG has this Git game that is basically a game. It's a puzzle game in the form of a Git repo. And I think one of the levels has something to do with traversing the tree. But let me send this in chat, and then you can play that on your own time. We might play this on stream and make levels for it. I know he's been wanting to add more levels to it, he just hasn't had the time to. So maybe at some point we poke him to add more levels so we have more content to stream. Okay, what do we have here? So we have Bandit 29. We need to log into 30. No, we log into 29. So I think we might have missed a level. More Git stuff. Okay. So I copy this. Get cd, make temp d. Copy that. Git clone. Not that, we had that before. 2220. Yes. I think that was already in my clipboard, whatever, but whatever. CD repo. Readme. See what's in here. No passwords in production. Bandit notes. No passwords in production. Fixed username. Interesting. What does that mean? So does that mean... Oh, wait a minute. Get log all key. Probably in here somewhere. If it's not in production. Gift to ASCII.py. What? Board 5. Oh, here it is. Data needed for development. It's in the dev branch. Bandit 30. We're almost there. We got a few more levels to go. More Git stuff. No, I wish they had kept the home directory writable. We won't have to do this every time. So git clone, paste, using middle click. Did I miss something? I logged in. Did I put the port wrong? No. Could not read remote repository. Okay, weird. Okay, weird. Sure. Readme. Just an empty file, or so you say. I guess it is an empty file. Alright. Author, bend over, no one at OverTheWire.org. What do you want? This, what else are you, planning here? Git fetch? No, that can't be right either. Could be a hanging object, you could be right. Find the password in the next level. Git lsref, I think it was. Not lsref. Ref. Not reflog. I always forget this one. The one to list all refs. Show ref. Ah, it's a tag. Git show secrets. I guess that's that. Okay. What even is this anyway? Cat file. This is a tag, and I want the actual tag. T? Blob. Okay. So it's a tag pointing to a blob. Interesting. Bandit 31. So in Git, you can actually tag anything that, it's not just commits. You want to tag commits, but you're not restricted to just commits for tags. Yeah, I haven't found a practical use for it yet, but it is good to know that you can do it. There is another Git repository at this location. $31. cd make temp d. Oh, whoops. D. What else do we have here? Right, so clone, git clone this at port 2220. Maybe as like some hook script getter. I don't know. I feel like if you could tag a blob, you can also just put it in a branch. And the funny thing is, because you can tag anything, you can actually tag a tag too. What the use of that is, I don't know. But it's fun to think about. This time your task is to push a file to the remote repo. Details, file name, key, content may come in, branch master. Echo may I come in, do key.text, git commits, git add key.text, git commits, git add-f key.text. I guess if you want consistent pre-commit hooks across branches not in the source tree for whatever reason. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I think I'd still want that in a branch myself, but that is an interesting idea. Because if you ever need to change your commit hooks, right, then you'd have to retag them, and if you're going to be changing them and tracking changes between them, or rather, you probably should be tracking changes between them, then you might as well put that in the branch. And your branches don't necessarily have to be connected either. Git as a collection of commits, the branches or the commits don't necessarily have to connect to each other. So for example, the Linux tree I think has 3 roots, where 3 roots being there are 3 commits that don't have parents. Where normally in a regular Git repo you only have 1 that doesn't have parents. Well, in theory, all your commits can have no parents too, if you really wanted to. Are they artifacts from early merges or something? Possibly. I don't know the exact history about the Linux tree, but I think they had probably 3 separate repos that they ended up merging. Receive hook declined. Well, we had the password anyway. And at 32. Alright, and I think this is the last level. After all this Git stuff, it is time for another escape. Good luck. Alright. I like Git, but that was very tiring. Welcome to the uppercase shell. Sounds ominous. What are we looking at here? Help? Help. I see. Yeah, a lot of the Bandit core seems to be going through the motions. Not like any of the other ones are. I mean, I guess so, because the concepts in Bandit are pretty simple, and I think the ones in the other war games are a lot more complex. So the time you spend in the motions versus the time you spend actually solving problems I think decreases as you up in difficulty. Okay. What in the world do you do with this one? So one thing we can do, so we can't exec anything, because that's uppercase. Is there anything that we have that's uppercase? We have... Oh, I guess we can't do that, no. Can we do that? No. Substitutions with metacares might help. Substitution of metacharacters. What kind of... Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. User bin ls. No, that's not going to work. But we can... in theory, do something like this. Okay. I wonder what happens if we try to do that. Actually, this is... Yeah, this is POSIX shell, so we don't have access to that. We do have access to... No, I guess it's dev PTS. Okay. I think this might be the way to go, but we just need to find a way in. Ooh, okay, so we have bin first. We have bin. Whoa, don't do that. Not sure how it decides to choose when there are multiple matches. I might have to kill that. That is a lot of output. Close. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to... I'm gonna close the tab and hope that works. Okay. Yeah, it's alphabetical. So when you do, I'm not gonna run it on this because this is my home directory. Not that you haven't seen my home directory a bunch already. But when you do, right? I guess I can't show you here. Oh, that might be an idea actually. Let me switch the profile here. But yeah, when the glob expands, it's alphabetical. I think ASCII sorting. Does it change this one too? Yes, it does. What do we have here that's not uppercase? Because we can't run, okay, we can't run any commands because then they would turn into uppercase versions. Unless we have commands that are uppercase, and I don't think we do. We can't, we have all these, let's open up a new tab. We have all these built-ins we can do. We have all these built-ins. Wait, what is this? I don't recognize this. What is this? Okay, I see. Editing mode. The var assignment thing may be fruitful also. Possible. Because if we say a or ls, so we can define a function where we have, oh, that's an idea. because we can do bin to be, because we know /bin comes first. Maybe a sensitive end bar since they're usually caps. Yeah, so environment variables are all key sensitive. So we can do this. Bin. Can we do a B? Do that. I need an echo command. So the idea here is that we can try to build a path using the environment variables. Yeah, we can try that and see. Bin arch. Well, at least we can get to bin. That's a good thing. Oh, this is POSIX shell. Hold up. If this is POSIX shell, that means we should have access to... No, I think that might be bash. I'm thinking of parameter expansions where we get string slicing. Oh, well, we do have... Actually, no, we do have it. Okay, so bin. We can do bin. But I think... This gets us bin, and then we can do bin, but take off everything from the slash. Oh, this isn't quite right. Also, this gets us bin, which is what we want. But we can do b equals. We can do this stepwise. We do this, and so that should give us that should give us. What am I thinking? That should give us bin. We need to get rid of the IN. POSIX shell. Open group. I need to know if these substitutions are available here. Utility conventions? I don't think this is right. General concepts, character sets, locale, environment variables. These are the environment variables that are available, but that's not what we want. I'm looking for parameter substitution. This one. POSIX shell. Actually, this was in the man page. Shell command language. Quoting, escape characters, single quotes, double quotes, token recognition, reserved words, parameters and variables, special parameters. Positional and special shell variables, tilde expansion, parameter expansion, this is what we're looking for. We do not have substring in this one, that's not bashism. We do have the string length. Yeah, I figured. Okay, so we don't have any utilities to do string substitution. However, we might actually be able to make use of... Can we do this? Oh, wait a minute. No, I messed up. This should actually be... We want the start, not the end. The hash is the... Are we sure it's not bash? It says sh here, so I don't think this is bash. And also we tried doing much earlier. Oh right, we got rid of the tab. I tried doing the brace expansion, it didn't work. So I think this is the POSIX shell. Okay, so we actually want the hash here. Because we want the start, and now we want to get rid of the end. B. Well, let's just hope that works. I don't think it does. Actually, we can try this out. So we're going to go into dash here. So we have bin / bin. We have b equals bin hash. Then we can get rid of the slash there, and we can echo p. Okay. Their sh is likely bash compatible. You're probably right, but that also means that it's not going to execute it. Like it is in POSIX mode, which means it's not going to execute any conflicting bashes in this. Probably. So then if we do this, do we get what we want? Can we get a B? We do get a B. Just saying it might be slightly different from dash. Fair. Although I in this case, what we're checking I think should be compatible. So this should give us a B. Wait a minute. Extra operand bin bash. That is actually useful information. So this is saying that we get one argument that's bin bash, and we should be able to execute that. Okay, well let's see. So now we have B. We can do bin, and then we can do B, and then we can hope that this is bash. Bin permission denied. Slash permission denied. Yeah, the current idea is worth exploring for now. Until we exhaust it. So what do we have? We have... Yeah, so bin / B with 3 question marks is what I tried here. It says bin permission denied. So either I did something wrong, or this doesn't contain what I expect it to, or the wrapper shell does something weird with it. Okay, let's try that with the first one. No, that's not quite right. So bin already includes the leading slash because we had said that it was going to be part of it. But it's saying that it can't. Permission denied. I have a feeling that this strips everything past the first. No, that can't be right either. What does B contain? Yeah, it's a different error. Are you sure this should be in Bandit? Okay, so it literally just doesn't say anything. And what do we have at our disposal? Illegal option. Illegal option dash. What is this shell? Is it cheating to go back to an old level to see what's getting executed as a shell? Don't think so, but we can try that. So we can grep Bandits 32 in key passwords upper shell. And so we can have a look at what this does. Permission denied. Nice. Well, I guess they thought of that. That's really interesting. There's no way that actually exists though. But you know what that does mean, that we can have a look at see what's in here. NF exists. Whatever NF is. Okay, well we have an uppercase thing here. I don't know what NF does. Print awk and print a column. Why is this the thing? Really? Was this real? No, it's not on my system. Yeah, it looks like it might be a shorthand for like awk NF. I wonder if that's useful. It's gotta be. So we can actually execute something. Sort of. Call 2 and call 9 are links to call 1. Their behavior simply changes based on the name called. NF can be used to print the last field. Is this useful? Awk has a shell command. Yes, it does. But these are more like shortcuts, like shortcut commands to awk. I don't think we can shell out of awk, or shell into awk. Because this looks like it's just a shortcut to this. Ah, it's an Ubuntu utility. I see. Unless this takes in awk. Wait a minute. Can this take in awk awk flags? Maybe you can use NF to get non-upper text into a file to exec. Possibly, I don't expect to do. Because we have nothing to pipe in, right? Oh, actually, no, we can't. We can do something like NF and then pipe to something else. This is NF, I guess, ends up being your cat. So we have a cat equivalent. I don't think this is the thing you could do. Yeah, that's not a thing you can do. So we need to be able to execute that. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. We have $0. I can't believe this. It's right there all along. $0 is the so when you execute a command, you have positional parameters $1, $2, all the way up to $9. $0 is conventionally is the name of the command. So the command that executes this. In this case, we have shell, right? SH is our $0. And so we can just execute $0, and because that's not transformed by the command, we just end up executing it directly. Yeah. Okay, well now we have a shell. Now we have a sane shell. Bandit, let's go into bash because it's a lot nicer. I like that one. That was good. I don't know if it belongs in Bandit though. Bandit 33. If upper shell was a binary, that wouldn't work though. Well, apparently it is a binary of some sort. What is this? Huh? What? No, okay, no, I think I get it. So upper shell is a binary, and it probably execs out to the POSIX shell. $0 was not bash, it was the POSIX shell. It was bin sh. So if we look at the strings, I expect to see sh in here somewhere. Exec? Or it wouldn't be exec. Gosh. Oh. I don't know. But that's my guess. Upper shell, without having to decompile this thing, probably just shell out. And it args are, yeah, the parameter 0 would end up being the POSIX shell. But okay. Bandit 33. I feel like we're missing something. Oh no, that's just. I'm confused. Did we miss a level? How do we get to 33? Oh no, we connected to 22 or 32. So then we somehow ended up at 33. Interesting. Might have been set UID. Oh, it is set UID. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, right there. Let me take this. And then this is going to say that it's incomplete. Or not. I don't think 33 is done yet. Yeah, 34 doesn't exist. So I don't know if there's anything to do here. Congratulations, solving the last level of the game. At this moment, there are no more levels to play in this game. However, we are constantly working on new levels, and we'll most likely expand this game with more levels soon. Keep an eye out for an announcement on our usual communication channels, which I have no idea what they are. Probably this. Probably also on their IRC. If you have an idea for an awesome new level, please let us know. But yeah, that is Bandits. It took way longer than I thought it would. But this last level was good. I don't think it belongs in Bandits. Maybe somewhere else. Some other time, I think we'll try to go through some of these other war games. Or maybe choose one of these. And I expect it to take about as long. Bandit was supposed to be easy. Although I did do a lot of explanation. So maybe next time we won't have so much explanation. Just to get there in time. But yeah, this won't be the last time you'll see this game. I do like these kinds of things. So we will do them again. And that has a lot more problem solving like that last level as far as I do remember it being a little bit more problem solving like that. Okay, we're gonna set up raid on Twitch. Let's hope I can remember how to do this. I've never actually done it before, but I think it's fine. But before that, I have accidentally been showing this for flashing this by accident a couple times. But tomorrow's stream is going to be the Super Streamer Lobby on Tetrio, hosted by Wiley Can't Switch, who on Twitch we're going to raid too. Yeah, I will be participating as a streamer. Viewers are welcome to participate, and there will be gimmicks, so even if you can't play that well, you might luck out on some of the gimmick rounds. Personally, I tend to do worse on those, but I know other people have been a little bit more lucky than I have. So yeah, that'll be at 4 p.m. My stream will start at 4 p.m. Eastern, but the event itself will start at 5 p.m. Eastern, so an hour later. And yeah, hope to see you there. Alright, with that, I'm going to set up the raid to Twitch, and I do technically have one viewer here. So whoever you are, thanks for coming in. And by raiding into Wiley, we will be upping his timer, and so contributing to that. Maybe I should wait a little bit, because he's at 2 minutes right now. And maybe we want to go a little bit... Yeah, I'm going to wait a little bit. Alright, thanks Alex. Thanks for coming in and helping me solve the problems. Good. But yeah, for a little bit, I guess we'll hang out here for a while. Wait about a minute. And so we can time this a little bit better. Well, what to talk about in the meantime? I don't know. Maybe we should just go over right now. No, I think I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, this will be my first event with like dealing, or not dealing. Like, it's kind of a collab, but not really, because there's so many people there. I think there are going to be voice calls available for me to join if I want to. Will I join any of them? I guess we'll see. But yeah, this will be my first time interacting with other people as a streamer on stream. Got one more minute until his timer runs out. I think this is time to go. I'm gonna start the raid, and I will leave it at that. Thanks for coming, and see you next stream. Bye, everyone.